Everyone, brothers and sisters, I appreciate it. This is our regular scheduled business conference call meeting with Rhinos Nation. The time now is 9 minutes after 12 noon at Central Standard Time. It is the 15th of November, and I'd like to say we're getting close to wrapping up 2025, getting ready for 2026. So we got some very interesting news, some very good news we want to go over because, usually we have discussions when things going on in this country nowadays. There's a lot of bad news. So today we got some very, very good news. Things that we got working on and things that we're preparing for the end of the year and the beginning of next year. So first thing I want to do is actually, again, thank everybody that's actually on the call. I appreciate it. We're going to go to our regular deal. It's a short prayer and get right to agenda. Since we don't have any visitors on the call, so we're just going to actually just touch up on the things that we're working on. We're getting ready. We're preparing for 2026, and also things we're going to make sure we have in place before the end of the year. So we have a few things we want to actually touch on, and if you have any questions or comments about anything, please let us know. Also, we have our two of our people that's going to be actually speaking on two of our events that's coming up for the end of the year. Come next month, it'll be Patrina as well as Thomas. So we're going to give them 3 to 5 minutes to let us know if they need that kind of time to not only who they are, but what they're going to be doing in their workshops. And also they'll give their date that's going to be, it will be the same link, everybody, that we're using to come on the conference call now. We will be putting out flyers and information on both of those coming up. If they have an agenda, they'll be getting that to us. So we'll be promoting it as well. Please inform others that need help. And those two workshops will be, one will be on grant writing. Patrina is a certified grant writer. So we want to make sure we give our flowers to our kings and queens while they're here. And Tommy specializes in credit repair. So he'll be doing his on the 13th, and Patrina would be doing hers on the 6th of December. So please prepare yourself, put that in your calendars. We will be putting the information out constantly throughout the rest of this time, leading up to those two dates. They'll be back to back. They will still be on Saturday at 12 noon Central Standard Time, and it will be the exact same link that you have in the day. They are also free. Both of those are free to the general public. So please invite in and everybody that you think that might be a good fit for what we're doing, and also people that actually may need their help. Even if they don't come through Rhinos Nation, you can still invite them to our conference call, because this is going to be a workshop that's going to be actually, or basically going to be given by Patrina and by Tommy. So we will be the will be the host, and they'll be the facilitator for that day. So they're going to be speaking on those two subjects about how not only what you can do and how it benefits you, but how they can actually help assist you. Now, we will be giving more and more information out as we go. But please understand that this is free to the general public. You do not have to be a member of Rhinos Nation to attend their workshops, these particular workshops. And we want to make sure we get as many people in as possible, because our people definitely can use the help to actually do what we like to say all the time, is grow and become more self-sufficient, stand on our own 2 feet. So without further ado, let's go to our Father in prayer and get straight to our agenda. Father God Almighty, thank you again for another blessed day. Please continue to bless us. We strive to do everything in decent order. Continue to bless us that we do everything we can to help our people to grow and become more self-sufficient, most possible, professional, Christ-like man. Continue to bless us as we have our meeting this afternoon, Father, that we reach our people and they get an understanding of what we are and what we're about and how we can help not only the individuals on our conference call today, but for everyone that actually listen in later as we are recording. Thank you so much for all you do. In the name of Lord Jesus Christ, we do so pray. Amen. Again, I want to thank everybody for actually attending our call this afternoon. So the first thing I want to do is actually just go ahead and open it up to Patrina. Matter of fact, hold on for a quick second. Let me pull up the agenda, and then I'll let you have the floor, because we want to make sure. So this is our conference call. As we said, we are recording. It is 14 minutes after 12 noon Central Standard Time at this time. This is our regular scheduled Black Business Conference Call meeting. and it's the 15th of November. So, and we're going to be speaking about is actually helping. This is a business conference call, and be more specific, it is a Black business owners conference call. We do love startup companies at Rhinos Nation. We do love bringing in startups. So if you have an idea of what you want to do and it fits our agenda, we would love to have you in, because we have people on our team, and two of them will be speaking here shortly and actually having conference calls coming up come next month, where you can actually get professional help. Let me say it again, professional help, not somebody that's run a mill, that's off the street, just go inside and do something. We mean people that specialize in their industry. They can help you actually get your business, and not just always on your business, because both of these can actually help you in your personal. Grants and credit repair also can help you on your personal, in your household. So it is very important to actually come aboard our team, because we have not only these two, but we have others that specialize in helping our people to do what? Become more self-sufficient, where we can stand on our own 2 feet. We are seeking more Black business owners to join our team. We are here to do everything we can today is to help our Black-owned businesses. And if you can use any of the following, there'd be grants, business funding, credit repair, and even deficit, especially most important, more customers. Also, with workshops and training deals, we're going to be actively working on that. Matter of fact, we're looking at having our workshops. I've been working on Patrina for quite a few years and getting things done. We're looking at actually opening up and having our workshops, so we're getting more and more people that specialize in the third thing to actually have workshops, not only from a business standpoint, but also we're going to have workshops for our general public as well. So without further ado, Patrina, she is an excellent person, a very good-hearted person. I've been knowing her for a couple of years. She has been spectacular since day one I met her. She's coming out of the Houston, Texas area. She specializes in grants. So what we're going to do is open up the floor at this point and give her the time to tell us about her company and how she can, or how it'll be a benefit for you to not only show up for the workshop, but to make sure you contact her about getting any available grants that may be available that can actually benefit you and your household. So with that being said, Patrina, Queen, the floor is yours.
Good morning, everyone. I hope all is well. I heard several people talking about the weather. It is a nice toasty 80 degrees in Houston today.
You ain't got to rub it in. You ain't got to rub it in for us. It's not in there. That's just a shame. I'm finna take you off right now just for that.
I get it though, because on Monday and Tuesday, or Tuesday and no, it was Monday and Tuesday, I think we were in the 40s and 60s, and then bounced right back up to 80. So welcome to Texas. If you don't like it, the weather, just wait a moment, it will change. So although we are located here in Houston, we are blessed to have clients from Hawaii to Maryland. So we are, more than willing to help organizations that need support, whether it is a nonprofit entity or for-profit entity. So the business of charity is a consultancy that works with both groups. We do formation services. So if you need to launch your business, we will do that as well. We work with capacity building, helping you get grant ready, because while many organizations come to us for grants, the reality of it is that you have to be ready for them. And if you're not ready, funders now know that. They can tell by the questions, the responses to the questions that they are asking, whether or not you are ready. And I'll be frank, one of my clients 2 years ago, one of the funders literally said to us that if you do not have an accounting system in place, you cannot apply for this grant. And they forced me to change the answer, because I had responded and said, this company does not have an accounting system in place yet, but as soon as they receive this funding, we will seek and implement an accounting system. And so when they said you can't apply for this grant without an accounting system, you must change your response. I changed the response, and then they denied the company the grant. So now my goal is to make sure before we go in the door, I used to just say, hey, we'll get it ready as we go. Now I'm like, no, there are certain things we have to have in place before we apply for this grant. Accounting system and budgets are two of my hard now knows. If you don't have those things, chances are we're not going to move forward with applying for the grant at that time. But we have other programs that can help you get ready. So the other thing that we do is we do one-on-one or boot camp coaching to help organizations put those foundations in place. And then, of course, we do grant writing for you. So those are our core services in addition to a health share plan that we offer for companies, contractors, and individuals. And so on the 6th, what we will be talking about is funding specifically for-profit entities. How can you fund your business? Now, we're going to talk about grants and what you need in terms of making sure you are ready to move forward with a grant. But we're also going to talk about some other funding opportunities, such as CDFIs and also grant contracting. So contracting with government entities, with public entities such as school districts and local governments. And so that will be a portion of the presentation on the 6th as well. And so we help support you with all of that. So if anytime you would like to know more information, feel free to go to our website. You can click on Meet with Us, and you will be able to schedule a time that is convenient for you. So I'm looking forward to seeing you all on the 6th. And until then, definitely have a good holiday.
Before we let you go, Queen, I want to see if anybody had any questions for you. I definitely want to make sure we ask you. Matter of fact, I'm going to pull up your information, how they can reach you by just putting up the website so people understand that they can actually go to the website and find you.
It is
Anybody
there.
at this time have any questions for us? I'm sorry, Queen, go ahead.
I'm sorry, I dropped it in the chat as well.
I'm sorry, what were you saying?
I dropped it in the chat as well. So my
Okay.
link to my website is there.
Okay. And for those that will be coming on the video, because they won't be able to see it in the chat room area, just go to our website, rhinosnation.com. Go to our Black Business Directory. If you're on your phone, just pull up the hamburger bar deal on the 3 lines on the right or left side. Scroll down to Black Business Directory. Click on that page. Scroll down to grant writing. You'll see it right here. Click on grant writing and then go to our grant writing page. And on that information is her contact information. In fact, you just click on and go to a website. It'll pull a website up of her information is here, so you'll be able to reach her and then also be able to check out more information about what she does, because she says she does more than just grant writing. She helps prepare you to go out and get an efficient grant. So we want to make sure people understand that there are rules and guidelines to that. And being a Rhinos Nation member or sponsor, you'll see that as a member, you can get, for those that come in for the general grants will be available, that's 10% off. And for those that's actually in our sponsor, we're actually helping to pay for 80% of your bill. Let me say that again. Coming through Rhinos Nation, the idea, we help pay for 80% of your bill for her to do what? Help you get a grant, which is really, make sure I got this right now. That's money you will be able to attain and not have to pay it back. It is not a loan, it's not a line of credit. It is straight up your money. Now, they do have rules and guidelines, I do believe, on some grants on how you can spend the money. But again, it is your money to spend as long as you follow the rules and guidelines. Anybody got any questions for our Queen War? We have her on the call again. She will actually be on the call. Her conference bill will be the 6th of December. So please mark that down. It'll be the 6th of December at 12. We will be starting on time. We want to make sure that we always respect our guests when they come in and actually speaking with us. So please be on time. If you don't mind, be at least 5 minutes early. We actually open the doors 10 minutes till. So it'll be 11:50 a.m. when we open the door for you to get in. So get in as soon as possible. Please don't come in around about 20, 30 minutes after you get started. Then you come in and want to be asking 1,000,001 questions. Get in if you want to know, then get in advance, because there's a good thing she may already cover that. But if you come in late, then now she don't have time to be going back and forth every 5 minutes. Somebody new come in, and it's 20 minutes after the time we started. So I appreciate it and I love her. Anybody got any call for our Queen? Because Patrina is here to answer any questions you may have about actually getting a grant for your business.
I have a question.
Introduce yourself, Queen, and then ask your question.
Hi, yes, I'm Cynthia Mooney. Nice to meet you. And I just had a just simple question as far as the process of when you call and when a person calls you that needs assistance and stuff, like typically, is there something like a questionnaire or something that you have us fill out, or is it something? Because I'm really personally, I'm trying to just do a startup in bookkeeping, and
Okay.
I'm really trying to get like I'm kind of interested in getting funded to get assistance on the training part of it to get started and get all the applications in place.
Got it. Okay. So yes, when you go to my website, I do have a questionnaire. When you book an appointment, it's not long. I'm getting ready to update it. So beginning of the year, it's going to change. But as of right now, I think I have 2 or 3 questions on there regarding the type of organization you are, whether you're a nonprofit or a small business, and also what type of service you're seeking. And so if you go there, you'll answer those questions. It will send you the Zoom link for you to connect on the day that you select. And then we will meet and have further discussion about your organization.
Okay, thank you.
Welcome. Looking forward to talking with you.
Yes.
You're on mute.
Sorry, I apologize. Is there
Yeah.
anybody on here that right now that does not need any money whatsoever for their business? Everybody good. So everybody that's on here, they got plenty of money right now. They don't need any additional cash. So they'd be just Cynthia is the only person on the call right now that need money for her business. Everybody else good.
I'm my own client, though I have not written for myself. And up until this year, I probably hadn't written for myself in about 2 years. But I am my own client. I have written for grants for my company, proposals for my company, and have been fortunate to be funded through my company through grants and proposals. So, I'm looking forward to sharing this information with you all. We all need money.
Let me make sure I get this straight about it. This is a grant writer now that actually wrote grants not only for other people, but also for her own company and have been awarded grants for her own business. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need money, and here's the thing that a lot of people want to get on our call and act like they shy and things, but that's fine. Because everybody basically called me and said, Tucker, I can use money. I said, okay, then you need to call Patrina. That's the first thing come out of my mouth. You need to call Patrina because she writes grants. She's a certified, and so she's specialized, certified grant writer. So for all those people that call me all the time, very few of them, because we've had this with Patrina for it's been at least 2 or 3 years now, hasn't it, Patrina? You been with us?
I think it's been like 2.5, coming up on 3.
Okay, almost 3 years. And we've been doing this since she walked in the door and became a sponsor. She paid for a sponsorship to come in to help Black people get grants. And of all the grants, we have less than a handful of people that will actually contact her and say, yes, I would like to have a grant. So they don't even call and talk to her about the grant. They don't even know if they're going to be able to get one or not, but they don't even contact her. But they will call and whine to me about Tucker. And let me not say whine. That might be a little tough. They will contact me and say, Tucker, I can use the money, which we all can in a business because it's Black business only. We definitely can use money because they just don't be dropping in. Most of us don't have 1,000 or 10 or 20,000 customers, so we can use the money. Even like our queen just said, that she startup. So startups need money. We got quite a few new startups coming in. We got the people that have been in business for years. They still need what? Operation money, need money, period, because it's been some hard times. So a lot of folks are losing customers or didn't get enough customers. So that money would be very helpful, especially if you don't have to pay it back. But again, here's the thing. You'll call there and tell me that you need the money, but you won't call and talk to Patrina about actually getting the money. I don't know what else you want us to do. So Patrina's not going to be begging. I'm not going to be begging. And I'm going to sit here and listen to a lot of folks complain about, well, I need money, money, money. We all do. I do too. But you know one thing I'm doing? I'm not going to be whining about it when I know where I can go and get it. And to throw it on there, we're paying up to we are paying 80% of your bill to actually go and get the what? Her to actually help you get money you do not have to pay back. There are some tax ramifications on there. So I mean, it still had to. Is the grants taxable, Queen?
No, generally not taxable for
Ain't that special?
Yeah.
So y'all get it. Not only you get money, you don't have to pay back, but it's not even taxable. I understand why y'all not blowing her phone up. I'm just lost to how this is not working. So if you call me again, but those that's gonna call me and say, Tucker, man, I can use some money. I don't want to hear it. Or if I already told you about Patrina, I don't want to talk to you about it anymore. We actually got deals where we haven't helping people. That's one way that we helping people get money. We have our deal is we're helping people actually get money. We're helping people actually pay for their business to get up and running. Also, it's included in getting the grant, getting your credit repaired, getting your corporation status. Helping with the tax. We got a lot of people that's on our team. That's why we formed this team at Rhinos Nation to help us do better. Why go out there and try to stumble along and try to figure it out when you can get with her and say, hey, are there some grants available for something that we're doing? If they are, she's helping people get grants. Why not get that free money? Well, you got to pay her, but other than that, why not get that money you don't have to pay back? So I appreciate you, Patrina. Anybody got any questions for Patrina? Don't be shy and embarrassed about asking a question. That's why we are here. I just found out that it wasn't even taxable. I didn't even know that. So that's good information, but that's great information. Again, if you don't ask, you don't know.
Sure.
Okay.
Sure.
Y'all have a good one.
From April.
I appreciate you, Patrina. Tommy, can you hear me, King? Tommy's another one of our sponsors. She is also one of our sponsors, been with us, like I said, almost 3 years. Tommy's on our call. Tommy is a person, he's got 2 companies he actually is working with. He's going to be our speaker on the 13th. So Patrina will be on the 6th, and Tommy's going to follow up on the 13th, and Tommy's going to be helping you work on and get your credit done. Patrina, I'm going to get with you as well because, Rhinos Nation can use some grants as well. So besides Cynthia, we are one of the companies that can use, since you're writing grants for yourself, I'll see if you can write a grant for us as well. So we're not above not getting a grant because we don't mind having some money coming in. That don't mean I'm going to share with all y'all now, just because y'all, since you won't act the call, or I'm not going to get the money and then just be just giving it out like it's charity. So we will be coming to you, Patrina, about getting a grant for Rhinos Nation. And and you already know we got that major project we're working on. So we definitely going to be looking for a lot of grants for that. But on the 13th, Tommy is going to be having a conference call where he's going to be actually giving out the basics of what he does is actually in helping people get their credit taken care of. He's working with us. I can tell you right now, he's working with us. He's working with my daughter. He got her deal cleaned up, boom, quick and in a hurry. He's working on mine. They had some few little hiccups here lately because of the government deals, and if he feel like he want to go through that. But this is an excellent gentleman. I just got to meet him just this year. He's absolutely fantastic. He's coming in helping people work on getting the grants. Getting the credit repaired. He's been reaching out to a lot of people. He's been referring a lot of people to actually helping people sign up and come on our team. We appreciate him for that. So without further ado, Tommy, the floor is yours, King. Please let them know who you are, what you're doing, and how this can benefit them to actually come in and talk to you.
All right. Hello, everybody. My name is Tommy Mooney. I'm with The Credit Mate, and what I do is help people restore their credit. And what I will be talking about on December the 13th is helping people to build a strong credit profile. Also, I will be going over a little bit about business credit also. I will be helping people restore their credit, talking about the federal laws and how the shutdown did impact people with restoring their credit. So what Tucker was talking about was the impact it had on me while I was trying to help people during the shutdown. It did slow down my process a little bit, but now that the shutdown is over, I can get back to implementing the strategies that I have in helping people restore their credit. And what I will be going over is understanding people's the credit and scoring models, how credit reporting really works, so people can understand how the reporting and how Metro 2 compliance work, because that's a strategy that we use, how data furnishing and credit bureaus work. And I'll go more in depth in that within the workshop so people have an understanding of that. I don't know if people have ever heard of that term of data furnishing, but I will be going over that. Your rights under the federal law. If you've ever heard of the FCRA, which is the Fair Credit Reporting Act, we'll be going over that. How to identify what needs to be removed on your credit report, such as collections, repos, child support, which never should be reported, tax liens, bankruptcies, medical, those things are not supposed to be reporting on your credit report anyway. Obama outlawed those in 2017. So a lot of people don't even know that those things shouldn't even be reported. So we'll be going over that. My dispute process, I won't be giving that away, but I will be going over how that really works. Also, I'll be telling you about how to build positive credit, and also how to protect your credit moving forward. Basically, that's what I'll be going over. And does anyone have any questions?
Appreciate you, Tommy. Let me just hit this real quick. Let me ask this question real quick. Can you actually give that again? Not ask question. Can you get it again on those things that shouldn't even be on it? Because we know how to do it. It's not that legal as well. You know, I'm telling people this way. When it comes to a lot of things in this country, if you don't actually ask or put in a request for it, they'll pretend like it's okay when it's not. So you have to put in a little work and say, hey, I want this thing removed when it comes to credit, or this shouldn't be on there. Even though they know it's not legal, that don't mean that they're going to do everything. As we know, that's why we got the orange guy in office now, for those that have a problem with that. If you got a criminal running the country, then, you know, you're going to have a lot of criminal things going on. So that's what we are. It just makes good common sense. When you put criminals in a business to run a business, don't actually expect it to be a decent running business. Anybody that believes that, it just doesn't, deal with reality. So tell me, what are those things that's illegally that shouldn't even be on the credit report now, as you said it was stated?
Tax liens, child support, medical bills that are over $600. Tax lien, medical bills, bankruptcies.
And let me tell you how bad medical bills are. For those that, that's been in the hospital, I basically lived in the hospital when I was in college because I was born with health problems. And at the time, my mom, and a good thing, she had Blue Cross Blue Shield, that took care of 80% of it. So we still was, responsible for 20%. And I was in college, so I didn't have no money. So my mom was paying that bill for us, and it was really up there because I have basically some heart problems. So our deal is we had to see specialists I had to see specialists all the time. So the bill was off the chart, but man, it was, when I got out of school, man, that stuff was all over my credit. I mean, it was, whoo. And you see some medical bills. See, that's what ruins a lot of people's lives are unforeseen medical deals that happen, accidents or whatever, or you just were born with something like I was. It doesn't really matter. These people do not care. Now they say that that's illegal to actually be on your credit. So, these are things that we need to know that we don't know. That's why we have professionals like Patrina and Tommy on our team and others to be able to help us with those things that's out there that we do not know about, because they are not going to be forthgoing and telling us. So anybody got any questions? Go ahead, Tommy.
I'll be going over those things. And also, late payments. There are strategies that you can implement yourselves in getting those things off without, you don't have to contact somebody like me to get those things off, or getting ripped off by people. Because I know credit repair has a bad reputation of people taking people's money. Say, hey, I'm gonna fix your credit. They take your money and run off with it. But there's things that you can do on your own to get those things off yourself. But if not, and you want to, trust somebody like me or other professionals that do it the right way, I can show you that there are people that are reputable that can do it the right way and get those things off and do it the legal, ethical way.
And let me state that as well. When people say that, man, I dealt with such and such over the past and they ripped me off. I went to my car dealership and they ripped me off. I went and got my taxes done. They ripped me off. A grant writer person ripped me off, and the person doing my computer ripped me off. This is for those that are not biblical, God has given us free will. That means there are some bad people here. But even for those people that are not biblical, there are bad people on this planet. There are bad people in this country. So there are going to be people that's going to do bad things. But that don't mean that we stop. I mean, at the end of the day, we know that a lot of people put bad stuff in our food, but that don't mean we stop eating food. We just got to do what? More careful about getting the right food. We know people have been ripping people off of grants. We got to just get to the right person that's going to take care of what they're doing, take care of us when they say they're going to do the grant. As well as people that's doing our credit. I went to the grant, right, and they got my credit done. They walked off with my money. Yeah, there are bad people on the planet. And yes, some of them are black. So let's not, we don't live in la la land. All bad people are not white. All good people are not black. I live in the real world. I'm about facts and figures. One of the great things about coming part of Rhinos Nation is they know that we have rules set aside for what? Every business owner that comes and join our team know before they get in. Excellent customer service. These are our 4 golden rules. Excellent customer service, not good, not great, excellent. They got to be what? Don't sell in the junk. That means they can't be on here trying to rip you off. They got to have what we call fair market price, meaning that at least somewhere in the ballpark, we don't dictate what they charge, but we are looking for those people that's going to give us what? Decent around a decent product for a decent rate, or a great product for a decent rate. That's one of the reasons we even pay. Like with Patrina, we're paying 80%. With Tommy, we're paying 50%. Let me say it again. To come and get your grant writing, we're paying 80% of your bill. To go in and get your credit done, we're paying 50% of your bill. That's just Rhinos Nation paying this to make sure you get the very best of the best. They're part of a team. So they know going in, they have to treat you right. There is no ifs and buts about this. We are real strict on it. So when you come to them, I don't care what these folks did years and years ago to you, that's one of the reasons you need to be on a team that's going to make sure that the people that are actually doing service for you are quality, not only quality black-owned businesses, but when we mean by quality, it means that excellent customer service is at the very top of our list of rules and guidelines and our golden rule. So understood that you probably had somebody that ripped you off, or they just wasn't good at what they did. That's why we have professionals on our team. This is a team. We have startups, but we'll let you know if they are a startup. Like Cynthia came out and said, I'm a startup. It's not a knock on a startup. It's just that you got to give them time to actually get their business right where they become experienced. And that's the beauty of actually being on our team. We're going to be having workshops to train to make sure all our business owners are experienced business owners. They understand how. You got to be great at actually, doing business plans or whatever, but you should know the basics of what you need to make sure that you actually having a business plan. A lot of folks say, well, you don't need business plans anymore. I don't know when you don't need a plan. I ain't never known anything. If I'm taking a trip, I got a plan. I'm not finna leave Memphis, Tennessee to drive to Dallas, and even though I've done it several times, without some kind of plan. I didn't know how much gas I'm gonna need in the car. I need to make sure if I'm gonna rent a vehicle, I'm taking my own. I need to make sure before I get there, where I'm gonna stay. You understand? You need to have plans in place. If you're going to run a professional and efficient business, you need to have plans in place. You listen to anybody tell you don't need a business plan, that's foolishness. And I'm being real nice about the foolishness part because we wasn't on here recording. I'll tell you how I feel about it. But that's foolishness for anybody to tell you don't need a quality business plan. If you're going to actually plan for your child to play sports, Pee-wee elementary sports, being football, basketball, gymnastics, they have a plan. You go to practice, you work out, you actually try to compete to make the team, then you're going to exercise. They have a plan. You don't like, I'm going to put this little girl out there and get on the balance beam and hope she don't break her neck. No one does that, except for when it comes to people running the business. We have skills. Black people have plenty of skills. We need to make sure we get with people that got the skills to help us run an efficient business. So if we need help, I fall short. I've called Patrina. If I'm talking to anybody ask me about grants, I don't try to answer anything about grants. You know what I do? You need to call Patrina. You want to ask me about credit? You need to call Tommy. Getting your LLC and all that other stuff done. You need to call Patrina or talk to Talks. You need to get your computer done. You need to talk. You need advertising done. You need whatever it is we have on our team. I stay in my lane so these people that are professional can run their business and they can help you to the greatness of what they're specialized in. So they're making sure you have all the right tools and answers to make sure your business is running more efficient. The great thing I love about Cynthia and others that started becoming on our team, they're coming in to get the stuff done where they don't have to fumble around, try to figure it out. They can come in here and actually get with professionals, and we're going to be helping to pay so you can get this experience. And if you even come to the folks that's actually already on our team, we pay them to even come to the meeting today. And every time they come to a meeting, for those that's already with Rhinos Nation in our body, we pay them every single time to even come to the meeting to do what? To be getting the experience and to also be what? Helping to give that experience to anybody else that gets on our team. Again, these two conference calls, so make sure you don't get this confused. These two conference calls that's coming up on the 6th and the 13th is free to the general public. When we start our Rhinos Nation Business Workshop, they will not be free. We will actually help you pay for them, basically 100% on a lot of them, and up to 80% on some. We will pay for it, but you must actually appear and actually attend the conference call, and then don't be afraid to ask questions. But I don't want y'all to do like y'all do me, because Tommy and Patrina, this is how they do me. I don't know if they've done that to you yet. They'll wait till they get off the conference call, blow up my phone and say, Tucker, I really wanted to ask you a question. I was on the call and I was asking this, and then you like, well, you didn't say that. Well, I ain't want nobody to know that I ain't know. You know who else didn't know? Other people on the call. Yep. You are not there to be worried about people if they're going to feel like, I ain't want nobody to know that I ain't know. You're here to get information. We ain't out here playing, blackjack and dominoes. We're not here for friends and family deal. We're here to be experienced so we can get the proper information to actually run a business. Like Patrina said, there are bad consultants in every industry. Absolutely. And here's the thing that upset me. When people say that they've never seen it before. You know who they don't stop going to do business with? With the white company. We've been mistreated by them since they've been here. But yet, they still get 99% of our money, every single doggone month. And 99% of our check, but evidently, we don't have no problem paying them. And I'm not knocking because all white companies not bad. But I'm not just telling you. Not just in that industry, the black-owned business. I know that because I've heard black people actually tell me this. That's insane. I appreciate Tommy and Patrina. Anybody got any questions real quick for Tommy before we actually shut this down? In the chat room area, if you're on here, if you can't talk, anybody got anything to ask Tommy about credit? Because Tommy, I figured a lot of these folks already got great credit, so they probably don't need your help. I need your help. So I'm just saying that because we got hit real hard here. So our credit plummeted, but I guess other folks' credit is really good. Call Tommy. Tommy is also on our website. Let me pull that up so I want to make sure everybody understands that. And Tommy, you don't mind, can you put that in the chat room area for those people that's actually on our chat deal? For those that's not, that's going to be actually going to the recording, let me go up to the credit where you can go right here to the credit repair deal and just click on the page in our directory, and it's going to pull the information up. The name of the company is the Credit Mate LLC. Here's his information, the website, email address, 10% if you're a member. If you are one of our sponsors in our body deal, we are helping you pay for 50% of that, to get that taken care of for you. And he is great at what he does. Matter of fact, so much so, I know, like I said, I know for sure because he already took care of my daughter, which I should have got in when Cheddar did. I didn't. I was fumbling around, so I understand it happened. But someone came in and asked, put in the chat, April did. Said Mr. Tommy has been a blessing. He doesn't just talk. I saw results in 2 days after he started. Such a blessing. 2 days, ladies and gentlemen. Not 2 months, not 2 years, not 2 weeks, but now he's not saying he's gonna do this for everybody. But he took care of April in 2 days. She saw results. Ladies and gentlemen, if you need one of or both of these people and their businesses, please contact them right away. That's Patrina and Tommy. I do not want to make sure that I'm clear. Please do not be embarrassed about what happened to you. People get bad credit all the time. It doesn't matter. A lot of times it takes almost a lifetime to get your credit built up. It takes almost a snap of a finger for you to lose it. Just health conditions, medical, lose a job, somebody die, whatever, things happen. You need money for startup. Don't be afraid of getting that. Patrina, basically, do you know what is the rough estimate of how much money that's actually being given out in grants a year? Do you have? I don't know if you keep up with all that. Can you still hear us, Queen? And I'm pretty sure they're into the part of the billions of dollars.
Yes.
Can you hear me, Queen?
I did. I missed the first part of the question. Will you say it again?
What is a rough estimate of how much money that's basically just going through an estimate a year on grants? And that includes the white boys, because they're the ones that get most of the grants.
So you're talking about just in general, how much
In
money
general,
for
basically a rough estimate.
Billions.
Billions. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't know about you all, but I can use one of those billions. I don't need a lot of them, Patrina. I can just give me one. I'm good. I'll make it work. Ladies and gentlemen, this is free money. You do not have to pay back. There are some of them is going to come, as she said, it's come from the government, for those people that, that don't trust the government. I'm one of those. And some of those that actually come through private corporations. And matter of fact, man, we worked on a grant, which Patrina was really nice and actually helping to do that. We put out a grant, I think about 2 years ago, and we put out 2 grants. I'll say it again. We put out 2 grants for any business owner that was on our team. And we had a lot. I think we had almost 300 people on our team at that time, and about over half of them were business owners. So over 150 business owners, we put out a grant for the established business. And she's on the call to let you know if I'm wrong. We put out a grant for the established business, $10,000, and we put out a grant for startup, $10,000. Let me say it again, $10,000 for the startup, and then another $10,000 for established, meaning that you've been in business at least over a year. So you wouldn't have to be trying to compete with somebody. If you was a startup, then like you were Cynthia, you didn't have to compete with even your own husband and say, he's a established business, but I'm a startup. So one of us can't, we both can't get it. Well, we had 2 different grants. How many people actually sign in to actually try, not how many people awarded, but how many people even signed up for the grant, Patrina?
0.
For those that can't see her, 0. Let me say it again. No one even applied, not that we didn't give the money to them, no one applied for the $20,000 worth of grants we put out for that time period. Not a single application. But I had a whole lot of people that got on before they actually put this out and said, Tucker, man, I need money. Such and such is happening. Or I need to be able to hire somebody. Or they're getting ready to shut my business down. Or I'm about to lose my car. Or I'm about to lose my house. Or I'm about to do this. Or I'm about to do that. Or I heard a whole lot of ors. It's like I was in the boat. Everybody had an oar but me. Like, everybody got oars. Okay. But not a single person out of 150 plus people, business owners, at that time applied for the grant. And we had that grant out for about 2 to 3 months, and not a single, and we let them know in advance too, didn't we? We didn't just say, okay, we got a grant and y'all can sign up. We said, hey, we're gonna have a grant that's gonna be available at this particular time. And we gave them a month in advance. Mm-hmm. And all they had to do was fill out a short form and then contact Patrina. Rhino Nation was putting the money up. Patrina was going to oversee the grant and make sure the grant would deal with them. Not one person for either one of those groups. Not a single person. So when people come in here and say, Tucker, I need money, a lot of times I'm like, whatever. I don't care. and I ain't trying to be hard about it, I ain't trying to be disrespectful, but you know, we put out a buffet, and let's say this, and then I'm gonna get off here. We put out a buffet of information and tools and knowledge for people to be able to use. I am not gonna grab you by your neck. Use Tommy as an example. I'm not gonna grab Tommy by the neck and drag him over here to Patrina and say, you are going to get this grant. We're not doing that. I do not babysit. What, Patrina? I don't babysit grown people. So if you need money, if you don't contact or get on these calls for these two people here that's helping people, one, get free money, two, get your credit done so they can actually help you get money, because he be helping people get up to 200, is it $250,000 to $500,000 on those deals, Tommy?
Yeah, it's some funding out there for 250,000, probably more. Yeah, it could be more, because once you get your credit over 750, yeah, it's unlimited. Especially if you personal guarantee a business, you can get millions. And then think about what you could do with the grant. And then you got SBA, loan. I mean,
And a
this
lot of them
guy's.
you don't even have to pay back, right, Tommy? On SBA loans.
I don't know.
Hold
Patrina,
on, I'm sorry, I asked the wrong person. Patrina, because she did.
Yeah.
Like,
You do have to usually pay back your SBA loan, but
Okay.
sometimes they will give you a waiver, which
Yeah.
is with the PPP and the EIDL. They gave out waivers for, especially PPP. Some people have gotten waivers for EIDL.
yeah, because I know there are some grants out there that say if you do such and such, like I think some of the home deal, if you stay in the home or whatever for so many times, so long, or a year or 2 years, you don't have to pay that back, and then you can actually get out and lease it out to somebody. People, these white people built this thing for them to benefit off of it. They didn't build it for us to benefit off of it. That was never the intent. They built it for them to be able to do what? More power, first of all, power, and then more money.
Yeah.
We got people on our team that understand the rules of the game. That's the key thing right there. They understand the rules of the game, so they can come in instead of us trying to figure out what the rules are. But Patrina can tell us right away what are the rules of the game. And like me, I'm tell y'all how I do things. I don't need to know all this stuff. I'm gonna just say, Patrina, we need a grant. Patrina know what we're doing. Find us some grants. I won. Find us as many as you can. I take all we get. I don't care. And that's it. She ain't got to tell me. She ain't got to explain how she did it. I don't need to know. Just like me going to my auto mechanic. You ain't got to tell me how you fix the engine. I don't care. Fix the engine. Tell me how much it costs, how much time it's going to take to get it done, and then what to do to prevent it from having any problem. This is all I need to know. I'm not trying to be an auto mechanic. I'm not trying to be a grant writer. We have somebody that specializes in that field. You want professionals? We have them on our team. Tom said, did you have an inquiry on your credit at the time? Inquiry. We was out posting every week. Were we not, Patrina?
No, I was asking somebody else.
Okay, I think Tom is asking a question.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Got it. I feel sick because I know we did everything we could to actually get somebody to actually apply for the grant, and we didn't get a single person.
No one.
I like, now, I'm gonna do this one more time, because at first I told Patrina I'm not gonna do it anymore since they got plenty of money. I don't want to hear anything from them. But I'm gonna do this one more time. We're gonna do this next year. We're gonna put out some grant deals, and I don't know how much it's gonna be for. I'll get with Patrina, and then we're gonna post it. And we have zero again. We'll never do it ever again. It won't happen again. Last but not least, we do have our own cryptocurrency. Speak on that real just a little brief moment. For those that actually with us already understand, it is a private crypto. The person that actually set up our back office almost died a couple of years ago. Real good guy, but he got COVID and almost passed away, and he just shut down after that. I think he was like almost in the hospital for like 3 years or whatever, and he just shut down all business. So that hurt us, which I do understand. You want to make sure you live your life. He got some medical problems right now that he still had to deal with every day, the rest of his life. So he got some major issues. So he didn't want to do anything else with business. So we do have a person I've contacted about beginning of this year. He was working on a credit union deal. They're supposed to be up in operation here before the end of the year. He's going to let me know how much time he's going to be able to dedicate to getting our deal back up to the back office where you can work it. And it's going to be where it's going to be, we're looking at it being automated. Now, we may actually have it where we do it manually until we get it automated. He's going to let me know. Again, not my lane. I am not the person that does that. Okay, so don't ask me any questions about that. I don't know how he's going to do it. He's going to inform us. By fact, I'm going to have him on the call. He will explain just like I do with Patrina and Tommy and anybody else that's going to speak on this. They will tell you what they're going to be able to do, how they can do it, and then if you have any questions, how to make sure you set up your own wallet. Because when it comes to any crypto, you'll have your own wallet. All right. So he's going to tell you how to get that done. We're going to actually have it set up. There's some questions I will be able to add from a Rhinos Nation standpoint, but all the technical stuff will be going through him. I just spoke with him this past week. It's been a while since I've been able to talk to him because they've been working on really getting this credit union put up. That's going to benefit a lot of Black people and a lot of Black business owners. We'll have that information out there as well. We're going to be working with them. We're going to be partnering with this credit union that's going to be helping a lot of Black people. Now, they're not a Black credit union because, it's through memberships and things of that nature. You don't have like banks where you have a CEO or somebody that's the owner. So, but they are predominantly Black that's actually running the credit union. So I want to make sure we're clear on that. But the gentleman that's actually heading it up is Black. So I've talked to him quite a bit. He's on our call sometimes. And as soon as they get it up, I think he told me, I'm not going to put his date out there and time they're looking at because once they get it up, we'll let you know. But as soon as they get up, we'll be letting you know how that works. So you'll be able to get in touch with it. All right, I appreciate it. Anybody got any questions before we get off here? Again, they were just our open deal that we have getting ready for the end of the year. We will have our major workshops will be coming in the beginning of the year. Tommy's and Patrina's conference call will be actually the 6th, will be the grants writing will be on the 6th, and the credit repair will be on the 13th. If anything else comes up, I'll be letting you know that as well. Anything else you need to say, Tom, before we get off here this afternoon?
No.
Anybody got any questions? Everybody's mind is clear. We're good. We're just turning ahead to go to another call. Anybody, you got any questions on anything that we're doing before we get to shut this call down? It is being recorded. So for those that need to have this information later, I'll be putting it out this afternoon. If you are actually on our deal as a sponsor and you're in a bought a deal, please make sure you get your referrals to us. Please make sure you turn in your referrals. If you don't have that information, you should. It's a link. Go in and fill it out. Make sure you send our referrals in so we can make sure we continue to what? Build up our team. We got a major project we're working on up to at least 300 to 500 Black-owned businesses that we are actually targeting right now to join our team. 300 to 500 businesses, and they need to be done in the next couple of months, at least no more than probably the next 3 months. We need to have them. So I'm doing everything I can to get them in, but we do need your help. So please inform others if they want to be part of a team that's out here looking out for Black business owners to help us grow, also for not only the funding, but also customer service, also for the business structure training. We're here to do that. Appreciate you all. May God continue to bless you all. Have a great weekend. Take time and enjoy it, especially for those people that's actually down in Texas where they're enjoying 80-degree weather. More power to you. I appreciate you. But stay safe, brothers and sisters. I love you all. Have a good day. Good night.